The sad story of ink.
The sad story of ink, Toastmaster Mayat.
If only my slides. It's on the desktop. Hi, my name is Maya. Ever since I was a little girl, my dream was to become an inventor. And this is not just for being a nerd loving math and science, which is completely true, but also because of my drive to solve problems, to bring new innovations, bring new ideas to the table. Fellow Toastmasters and honorable guests, I will share with you the story of how I developed my first patent, my first documented invention. I was a freshman in college at the time, in UC Santa Barbara, California. It was a technical writing class. And we were presented with a challenge, the high price of ink. And in that moment, I came up with a solution, an idea that would revolutionize black and white printing as we know it. So this is our menu for today. We're going to start with the why, the what, the how, and the next. It's research, right? Let's start with the why. So the aim was to get rid of black ink. But why do I have so much negative feelings towards ink? Let me tell you why. And maybe you'll join the club one day. So the first thing is that ink simply costs too much. And if you know, this is the basis of the printing industry. You go, you get a cheap printer, you run out of ink, you go back to Maktab al-Jalil. Oh, sorry. Jalil bookstore, I got a euphoria moment. Anyways, you go to Jalil bookstore and you want to buy your ink. And it's so pricey, it's so expensive. In fact, ink is one of the most expensive liquids in the world, and it costs more than human blood. Shocking fact, but true. Now, we all work in Aramco. We don't pay for our ink. It's not really your problem, maybe. There's also the environmental costs. And as responsible citizens of the earth, we all should care about the humongous amount of landfill and CO2 emissions involved in the transportation, manufacturing, and disposal of ink. And then there's the last incentive. If you still don't feel incentivized, there's also an opportunity. There's actually an increase in demand in printing. You all would think, wow, now we're moving to digital, papers is something of the past, but apparently not. In fact, we're expecting to get an increase by 225% by 224. Now, I'm not a salesperson, I'm just a chemical engineer, but if there's one thing I know, when there's demand, there's an opportunity. So now, let's think of what I did to solve the problem. I thought, okay, if we have so much problems with ink, why don't we just get rid of ink completely and have an inkless printer, which sounds like a ridiculous idea. But you might think, oh, we already have receipts, they don't use ink, but receipts use special paper, chemically processed. It's too inconvenient to get special paper to print on. But if I want to tap on that market, I better find a way to use the existing and capitalize on existing resources. So let's think of the thought process, the eureka moment I had in class. So when we want to burn paper, you set it on fire. Before it catches on fire with a lighter, it actually turns black. And combined with with the advanced technologies, laser technologies, we can control this heat. So maybe, just maybe, there's a way to burn just the surface of the paper without penetrating through the other side, and just get a small percentage. It's a heat-induced reaction that changes the material of paper. And later on, when I did my research, I discovered that it's called pyrolysis. So this was enough of a novel idea to submit my own patent in that freshman year. And by the time I graduated, I was granted a full patent. Now in my master's degree, I took the patent to the lab. And I varied 3 variables. I varied the power of the laser, the moving speed, and the distance to see the effect of how to optimize, we like this word, the printing quality. And when I did that in the lab, I got different samples. And because it's research, I had to put a number on each one of these samples. And I did that by measuring the absorbance in the lab. So simply put, the higher the absorptivity, closer to 1, the better the printing quality is. Now, this is not for the next step or the next stage of this. The long term is to completely replace existing ink with laser. We can have a hybrid system that combines between the efficient invention with the colored pig, because I haven't figured that part out yet. So when I see this, honestly, I think euphoria. When I think this is sad, what if? It needs to just like go away forever. But the takeaway message is, okay, maybe it's true that problem solving is kind of in my DNA, but we all are created as creative beings. And as creative beings, we all have the capability of questioning, why do we do things the way we do? And we can challenge the status quo, and we can all come up with solutions to make this world a better world for all of us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.